Welcome to Sasquatch Island. That's us right there. That's Burnetts Bay, and this is Seymour Inlet. You access it through here, Slingsby Channel. The world's largest tidal falls, Nakwaco Rapids, is right in there. Google it. It's definitely worth seeing on YouTube. But anyway, huge inlet section, Burnetts Bay. I shared with you guys before. It's out there, that big sandy beach. I'll go outside and show you. So right now we're just in Queen Charlotte Sound, traveling. Nice big lazy rollers, no wind, beautiful day for traveling. Burnetts Bay though, when I shared with you in a video in 2019, it was about a guy who got flown in with a chartered helicopter, dropped off there for, supposed to stay over a week, but it only lasted 3 days, and asked phone to get picked up and get out of there. Apparently he was hearing things, felt like he knew he was being watched, but there's always been a few reports off and on. I brought surfers there, and I think it was around 2005 on a water taxi boat. They were doing some surfing, trying out the rollers in there on that off that sandy beach. But you can see the saddle over there, and just a short little walk through the forest. One or a Sasquatch would find themselves in Seymour Inlet. A good friend of mine in Campbell River, he has a mothership. He has, I guess you could say, a yacht that he brings forest workers and people that want to pay for adventures into this neck of the woods for. In Seymour Inlet, he has a float house that they stay at, a dock, and they go to a river that's just loaded with coho. But I was talking to one of his friends about a month ago, and he was giving me reports about how when they were up there a couple of years ago, and it's ongoing every year, he can hear chattering, like something chattering away in the bush. My friend's son, he heard some screaming there once when he was going up the river on a little boat. So there's activity in Seymour Inlet. And if you look at it in Google Earth, you're going to see it's a vast area with salmon rivers, shellfish beaches. And of course, Burnetts Bay here is just over the hill on the west coast of British Columbia. These beaches, if you go walk where the rocks are, you'll see mussels, some of them a foot long. Just over there at the mouth of Slingsby Channel, I stopped on a water taxi tour boat with a friend of mine about 15 years ago, and we picked some of those foot long mussels. We weren't going to eat them, they're too chewy. We were using them for crab bait. They make pretty good bait for the crab traps. But it's just examples of the vast amount of year-round and seasonal proteins that can be found throughout coastal British Columbia. Anyone who's watching this video, if you've logged or prospected, homesteaded, whatever up in Seymour Inlet, definitely interested to hear your stories, anything you've seen or heard or smelled, because from people I've talked to, it seems that people that have spent a little bit of time in most of our secluded inlets and that, they've had encounters. But I've noticed that the ones I've talked to that have spent time in Seymour Inlet, outside of the loggers, mind you, they're making too much noise and everything. As we know, not very much activity. Just in case you guys want to know, that is salmon troller, and those poles sticking out are what they setting the hooks out with. And also they have stabilizers that go in the water that slows the roll down, but you don't need them today because it's so beautiful out here, flat calm. So just thought I'd share with you aboard the Western Ranger what I'm seeing right now. There's the vast Pacific. Yeah, I'm trying to hold my balance as we roll around here. Big ship way out there, another commercial salmon seiner. That's the top of Vancouver Island, and here's the islands in between Vancouver Island and the mainland. There's Storm Island right there, mouth of Slingsby, and Burnetts Bay, and beyond that through the saddle, Seymour Inlet. Definitely well worth Googling. You'll see some pretty neat area in there, and the best part is it's uninhabited by we humans. A lot of Sasquatch activity, especially there in Burnetts Bay. For any of you who want to do an expedition, I am trying to put an expedition together where we contract a helicopter out of Port Hardy, just over there, and get flown to Burnetts Bay and dropped off. And I'd like to spend at least 10 days there. So if you're a serious Sasquatch investigator, get a hold of me at Sasquatch Island through Facebook or my website, sasquatchisland.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sasquatch Island, to watch other videos like this one. And be safe out there in your investigations, and don't forget to hit that, slap that subscribe button like a rogue Sasquatch will slap a disrespectful person upside the head. Talk to y'all later. Enjoy the view.